Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube station. Take 2 on this game, as the sound on OBS was off, but we have fixed the situation. We're back from technical difficulties, and we're ready to tee it high and let it fly. We're back to bring you some Strat-O-Matic baseball. This is going to be the all-time, not the all-time, the all 70's decade teams as created by a fan of Strat-O-Matic baseball, and I will post that link later. I just thought I should have posted it already on this page. So if you have Strat-O-Matic baseball, and thank you Beatles eternally for giving me the link, there's some really cool free stuff on there. People put teams together, and this game will feature the 1970s decade team of the California Angels, led by Nolan Ryan, versus the 1970s decade team Kansas City Royals, led by George Brett. Game 1, opening day of this season. So let's get started. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday evening. Let's go to the visiting team's lineup. Leading off for the Kansas City Royals, playing center field, Amos Otis. Batting second, playing right field, Al Collins. And that's not coming up. Why is that not coming up? That's why. Oh, OBS, you're so sensitive when it comes to recording. Alright, there's Al Collins. And he's batting second, playing right field. Let's go back to Otis. Amos Otis, lead off. Hello, BB4 Gaming. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. How goes the channel? So that's Amos Otis leading off, playing center field. And then we have Al Collins batting second, playing right field. It's off his 1974 card, it looks like. And batting third, the Hall of Famer George Brett. And using the 1973 George Brett card. Kind of strange. What did he hit? 305. Okay. Again, this team was made by a fan of Strat-O-Matic. And then we have John Mayberry batting cleanup. They're using the 1968 card, which does not represent 1970. But anyhow, that's Sean Mayberry. He's batting cleanup, playing first base. The designated hitter, Hal McRae. And then batting sixth, Tom Paquette. And he's playing left field. And then you have Ed Kirkpatrick catching. Playing second base, Frank White. And the shortstop, the little general, Freddie Patek. They'll be opposed by Nolan Ryan on the mound for the California Angels. And that's really when he was with the Mets, 1966. Interesting. So this fan who put this league together, which is still a cool league, he probably used cards that he had. That's okay. It's going to be fun anyway. And the catcher, Ellie Rodriguez. Average catcher, average arm. At third base, Carney Lansford. Good third baseman. Low chance of error. You have Dave Chalk playing shortstop. Average shortstop. Alomar, a good second baseman. And at first base, you have Ron Jackson. Average, solid player at many different positions. In left field, Dave Collins. Average, with a below average arm. Center field, Mickey Rivers. Mick the Quick. Very good defensive center fielder with a below average arm. And then in right, you have Lee Stanton. Average right fielder with solid arm. All right, let's get this ball game started. We have PB4 Gaming in the house. He says he's doing good. Just played a game of toss football with Mom, LOL. Tired as heck. Beatles Eternally. Hello, Beatles. Thank you for joining me. Tribes Fan. How you doing, buddy? Good evening. Tabletop or desktop baseball land? How'd your games go last night, Tribes Fan, with your friend? Do share with us. All right. We had some few technical difficulties in the beginning. Let's get to the game now. I'd like to thank Beatles Eternally for giving me that link to download some of this fan-created Strat-O-Matic leagues. And I will be putting that on the page later. All right, so Nolan Ryan on the mound. They'll face Amos Otis. Otis batted .277, 17 home runs in the year that they use. And Otis wants that 2 or 3 column. Here's the pitch by Ryan. That's a 6. And that's going to be a leadoff walk for Amos Otis. And he has an excellent chance of stealing second base. 95%. He'll be going. Stepping to plate, Al Collins. Collins wants that 2 or 5 column. Rodriguez goes through the signs. Ryan nods his head. There goes Otis, and he's in there safe. We're going to say hold on to the ball, as he had a huge jump. So Otis in scoring position. Al Collins steps back in the batter's box. The windup and the pitch by Nolan Ryan. That's a 5-9, and that's another walk. So Ryan is quite wild to start off this ballgame. First 2 runners on with walks. And it brings up George Brett. Brett's looking for that 2 and 3 column. A lot of good stuff there for Mr. Brett. Rodriguez goes out to the mound, has a word with Ryan. Goes back behind the plate. Sets the target. Here's the pitch to George Brett. Alright, we have a chance to throw for the runner. And we're going to say throw. It's a 6, and he's safe. It's an, oh wow. So Otis gets under the tag by Lance for double steal. Wow, these Royals were known for running a lot in the 70s, and now they have 2 walks, 3 stolen bases actually, 2 for Otis and 1 for Collins. So Brett has 2 ducks out in the pond there. Let's go to the chat real quick. Tribes fan says games went well. He won 2 of 3. One game he won. Richie Hebner pinch hit walk-off homer. Richie Hebner was a tremendous hitter in his day and age. He in my action PC for Pittsburgh, he was just in that tournament that the Pirates won. Unbelievable. Second game he won on a walk-off wild pitch. Third game, Jim Palmer and Phil Niekro combined strikeout. Combined shutout, I'm sorry. Shutout. Cool. Thank you for sharing that information. So Brett's at the plate. Once again, Brett's looking for that 2 and 3 column. Second and third, no outs. Here's the pitch by Ryan. That's going to be a 5-10, and guess what? Another walk by Nolan Ryan. He has walked the bases loaded. The good news is no one can really steal anywhere unless they steal home. That brings up John Mayberry. Mayberry's looking for that 1 and 2 column. A lot of walks on those columns. A couple of home runs in that 1 column. Angels looking at turn 2. Rodriguez goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. That's a 1-8 with a 1. Oh boy. I believe that's going to be a single. Yep. The 1. We have a 75% chance to get that lead runner. And we're going to say yes. We're going to throw for the lead runner. We're going to let the ball go through the plate. No cutoff. And Collins is thrown out on the relay throw at the plate for the first out of the inning. So it's 1-0 Kansas City, though. Advancing to third is Brett. And moving up to second on the throw to the plate is Mayberry. And stepping to the plate now, Hal McRae. Designated hitter. He's looking for that 1 and 2 column. Ryan needs a strikeout here, a pop-up. He rocks and fires to McRae. That's a 5-11, and he gets the strikeout. Big swing and miss. Ryan brought the express, and McRae couldn't catch up to it. Bring up now Tom Poquette. Poquette's looking for that 3 or 5 column. He'd really like to get that 3 column, it looks like. 2 outs, 2 on. Ryan nods his head. He sets in, delivers to Poquette. That's a 4-3 ground ball, first base X, so that's going to be a rating play. Jackson, range of 3, error of 10, great play 30%, hit allowed 20%. So really, it looks like error 17.8%. So let's see what happens. Hopefully, Jackson can make the play. And he makes the play. He flips to Ryan, who covers the bag, inning over. So the 1970s decade team of the Angels and Nolan Ryan, they got out of that pretty cheap. They only gave up 1 run. Hello, Greg Gurecki. How you doing, bud? So, for the California Angels, leading off, Mickey Rivers, playing center field. Let's make sure that card comes up. Yep, it does. Excellent. Playing left field, Dave Collins. At third base, batting third, Carney Lansford. He'd go on to play for the Red Sox in the early 80s, then move on to Oakland. Cleanup hitter, Alex Johnson. He's the designated hitter. First base, batting fifth, Ron Jackson. Batting sixth, Dave Chalk. I think he went on to play for the Oakland A's also in the 70s. Could be wrong there. Someone in the chat will correct me if I am. Larry Stanton playing right field. Seventh. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Ellie Rodriguez. And batting ninth, playing second base, Sandy Alomar. And they will face Paul Splittorff, lefty thrower. He's on the mound, doing the catching, Ed Kirkpatrick. Average catcher with a below average arm, George Brett, pretty good there at third base. Freddie Protek, pretty good at short. Frank White, very good at second. You got Mayberry, excellent at first. You have Paquette in left. +1 arm. Amos Otis very good in center with a -3 arm. And Dave Collins in right. I'm sorry, Al Collins in right with a -1 arm. Alright, so at the plate, Mickey Rivers. And Rivers is looking for that 3 or 6 column. Oh, Beatles, you bought pine tar. And he says he bought it for George Brett. Greg Gurecki says rough. Oh, Greg, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're feeling better. What's our Canadian Football League update from you, my friend? And Greg Gurecki says Splittorf was a very good pitcher. Yeah. This is, again, anyone joining, this is a league that Beatles eternally gave me the link for. It's a fan-created league, and it looks like he just used what cards he had available, which is still fine. It's pretty cool. It's free. I mean, you got to own the game, but that's really nice. All right, so Splittorf's on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch to Rivers. That's a 6-6, and that's going to be a leadoff single to center field. Tying run on base right away. Rivers, 75% chance of stealing, and we are going to steal. And we're going to attempt to steal. Hopefully we get the proper lead. Oh, he doesn't get the good lead. I have not gotten a good lead yet. So now we got a 40% chance of stealing. We're not gonna attempt it. At the plate, Dave Collins, and his best columns are 3 and 6. What's he for bunting? I gotta get used to reading these cards. Well, that's gotta be good, right? So we're gonna lay down a sacrifice bunt here, and let's put Rivers in scoring position. 86% chance of success. We will say yes to that. Collins puts that bunt down. Lays it down. Only plays the first. They get Collins at first, advancing to second base on the excellent sacrifice bunt is Mickey Rivers. He's in scoring position for Carney Lansford. Angels third baseman. He's looking for that 2 or 6 column. That 2 column, a lot of blue there. A lot of blue. Splittorf gets a sign from Kirkpatrick. Here's the windup and the pitch to Lansford. That is a 3-7, and that is going to be a line out to George Brett at third. A diving play by Brett, saving extra bases and keeping the score 1-0. So with 2 outs, Rivers at second. Alex Johnson comes to the plate. Johnson's looking for that 2 or 6 columns. As the fans we want to hit. A lot of blue. Actually, the 2 and 3 have pretty good blue. Splittorf's ready. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-7, and that's going to be a single to left field. And send the lead runner. I think we are. Mickey Rivers is we got a 95% chance. We need the 1 through 19, so we're sending Rivers. And Rivers scores on the Johnson 2-out single. We have a tie ball game here out in California, folks. So Johnson, 70% chance of stealing second base. We're gonna send him. And we're gonna attempt to steal. Let's see if we get the proper lead. Oh, he can't get the jump. We're going to stop the steal. Goes down to 35% as they're holding him on. Splittorf keeping an eye on him. So we have Ron Jackson at the plate. Jackson's looking for that 2 or 6 column. A lot of nice blue on that too. Here's the pitch to Jackson. Yeah, 6-5. That's going to be a single to left. And we have an 80% chance of going first to third. We're going to try that. And Johnson makes it. Runners on the corners. So they're getting the Splittorf early and often. Dave Chalk steps to the plate. Chance for the Angels to take a lead here. Chalk's looking for that 3 or 6 column.
Minutes and programs.
Kilpatrick goes through the sign. Splittorf nods his head. Here's the pitch to Chalk. That is a 1 and an 8 ground ball. Second base A. White should be able to handle it. And he does. Inning over. But the Angels come right back and tie the game up. We go to the top of the second, tied at 1. Stepping to the plate for the Royals, Ed Kirkpatrick. 1 and 5 columns, that's what he wants. That 1 has a lot of blue. 5 has a lot of blue. Ryan struggled with his control in the first inning. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is a 6-8, and that is go sit down, Mr. Kirkpatrick. The bench is over there, a swing and a miss. Hello, Elin. How you doing, buddy? So the first out of the inning goes down with a K. Frank White steps to the plate. White's looking for that 2 or 5 column. Here comes the Ryan Express to Frank White. That's a 6-6 and another walk. And he's got a 90% chance of stealing. Ouch. And Freddie Patek, the little general, steps to the plate. He's looking for that 3-5 column. And I believe White will be off and running. Here's the pitch by Ryan. Oh, he can't get the good jump. So between Ryan and Jackson holding him on, White's steal number now goes down to 55. Patek digs back in. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-10. Line out to Jackson at first. Let's see if we get a double play on this. No, White gets back in time. So there's 2 outs now. Frank White at first. Amos Otis steps to the plate. Otis walked his first time up and scored. Brian Cleveland in the house says, "Let's go, Royals!" Otis wants that 2-3 column. Rodriguez goes through the signs. Here comes the Express. Here's the swing. That's going to be a triple or a single. That's a 17. I think most likely going to be a single to center. Nope, Rivers catches it. He had a little trouble, but he catches it. Inning over. I'm still not really good with those splits. I thought that card said... Oh, the card's gone. Let's actually look at that for a moment. Can I look at that card? So, if I go to visitors, that was Otis. Oh, I think it was triple or fly ball. I thought that was a single. I thought that FB was a 1B. Okay, all right, I get it. Back to the ball game. At the plate now for the Angels, Lee Stanton. Stanton wants that 3-6 column. Splittorf's ready. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4. That's going to be possible double or fly ball. And that's a 1. I think that's going to be a double. And that's a double as Patek couldn't catch up to it. So a leadoff double for Stanton as he got that 1, that card, which is usually really good if you're the offensive team. Now, Ellie Rodriguez steps to the plate. Rodriguez, let's see what his bunting is. I'm big on moving runners over. He's a B bunting, so I think we're going to lay down the old bunt here. Try to get that runner. We got an 86% chance. Here's the pitch. Rodriguez puts the bunt down. Fielded by Brent. Only place to go is first base. They get Rodriguez, but advancing to third is Stanton, so he does his job. 1 out. Sandy Alomar steps to the plate. Alomar, second baseman. He's looking for that 2-6. And he wants at least a fly ball. A ground ball pretty much to short or second should score. Stanton from third. Splittorf gets a sign from Kirkpatrick. Here's the pitch. That is a 3-9, and that's going to be a line out to first base. Nice catch by Mayberry. Mickey Rivers steps to plate. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Go-ahead run 90 feet away, 2 outs. Rivers wants that 3-6 column. Here's the windup and the pitch to Mick the Quick. That's a 3-5. And that's going to be a pop-up to Frank White at second, inning over. Threat averted. We go to the top of the third, still tied at 1. Al Collins steps to the plate for the Kansas City Royals. Collins, he walked his first time up. Ryan has struggled with his control. Again, he's looking for that 2-5 column. Here comes the Express. Here's the pitch to Collins. That's a 4-7 ground ball. Second X chart. Alomar, he should be able to handle this. Maybe not. E rating 17. That doesn't sound good. Range 2. Well, 55% lets a chance for a great play. 10% chance of an error or hit. Here's a roller. Alomar has it right between the wickets. Oh, Sandy Alomar. That's an E. So advancing on the error is Collins. 90% chance of stealing second. Once again, the speedy Royals are on the base paths. Brett at the plate. Here's the pitch by Ryan, and that is going to be a possible home run. That's a 9. It's a long run. Stanton is there, and he makes the catch. Robbing extra bases from Brett. Nice catch by Stanton. Outstanding. Retreating back to first base now with 1 out is Collins. Now at the plate, John Mayberry 1 for 1 with an RBI. He knocked in the only Royals run in the first. Looking for the 1-2 column. Kirkpatrick goes through the signs. Ryan nods his head. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. That is a possible double or fly ball. That's an 11. And Mayberry gets that ball over Rivers' head. We're going to throw for the lead runner. 1 through 16. I think we got a good shot at the lead runner. We're going to let the ball go through. It's a 12. And he scores. So the throw is not in time. Advancing to third base is Mayberry. It's now 2-1 Kansas City. So Hal McRae comes to plate with 1 out. Chance to knock in another run. Mayberry's at third. Nolan Ryan has struggled today. He sets and delivers. That is a 4-12 and another walk for Ryan. McRae, 90% chance of stealing second. Runners on the corners. Tom Poquette steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Poquette looking for the 3-5 column. Here's the pitch to Poquette. McRae dives back as they try to pick him off. So he couldn't get the good lead. He drops down to a 55% chance of stealing. Poquette steps back in the left-handed batter's box. Here comes the Express. That's a 5-12, and that's a strikeout. Swing and a miss. Cannot catch up to the high heat. So 2 down, 2 on, 2-1, Kansas City. Ed Kirkpatrick steps to the plate. Ryan toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Kirkpatrick. That is a 6-7 and another strikeout. 6-8, I'm sorry. Inning over. Ryan gives up a run. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-1 Kansas City. Stepping to the plate for the California Angels, Dave Collins. Looking for that 3-6. The windup and the pitch by Splittorff. That is a 4-6, possible double. 13, I think that's going to be a flyout, though. It's a high number. And he's there, and he makes the catch. So Al Collins makes the catch off Dave Collins. 1 up, 1 down. Carney Lansford steps to the plate. Angels third baseman 0 for 1. He's looking 2-6 column. The windup and the pitch to Lansford. 6-9, ground ball, shortstop X. Let's see if Patek can make the play. 55% chance of making a great play. 10% chance of a hit. 14.2 of an error. Patek picks it up and fires over to first. pulls Mayberry off the bag. Mayberry swipes with the glove, and Lansford is called out. Nice play by Mayberry to apply the tag on Carney Lansford. So 2 up, 2 down. And Alex Johnson steps to plate 1 for 1 with a run knocked in. Johnson looking 2-6 column. Kirkpatrick goes through the signs, the windup, and the pitch. That is a 6-8. And that's a 6. That could be a single. And that is a line drive single into center field, past the Lundrick White.
Ballpark hot dog!
And we are back from the infamous sales call at 8:17 p.m. on the East Coast. Unbelievable. Don't those people have anything better to do? Runner at first, 2 outs. 70% chance of stealing. We're going to send him. Attempt to steal. He's holding Johnson very close. We can't get the proper jump. We're not going to go. 35% chance of stealing. Jackson at the plate, 1 for 1. Here's the pitch to Jackson. That is a 5-4, and he walks. Good eye. Tying runs at second base now. And Johnson. Go ahead run at first, and Jackson. And Dave Chalk steps to the plate. Chalk's 0 for 1, looking 3-6. Splittorff in a little bit of a jam. Splittorff sets and delivers, and they have a 2-9. And that is going to be a line drive that George Brett leaps and makes the catch. Robbing Chalk of a hit and an RBI. Inning over. We go to the top of the 4th, 2-1. Royals. Frank White steps to the plate. White walked his first time up. Ryan nods his head. Here's the pitch. Possible single or line out. And that ball. Lansford makes a nice play there. Comes up firing on a hard grounder for the first out of the inning. Freddie Patek, shortstop for the Royals, 0 for 1. 3-5 column. A lot of blue in that 3 column. Ryan's ready. He gets his sign. He rocks and delivers. Here's the pitch to Patek. Possible triple or fly ball. Rivers, he dives and he makes the catch. Mickey Rivers robbing Patek of extra bases.
Ballpark hot dog!
So 2 outs, no one on. Amos Otis steps to plate 0 for 1 with a run scored. The windup and the pitch. 6-6, and another walk by Nolan Ryan. Ouch. Putting the speedy Amos Otis on at first. 95% chance of stealing. Al Collins steps to the plate. He's going to be going. Rodriguez goes through the signs. Ryan toes the rubber. He sets and delivers. Fastball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Rodriguez. Otis is off and running, and we're just going to hold on to the ball. So Otis steals second base, so the walk basically turns into a double. He's in scoring position as Kansas City looks to add on to their lead with Al Collins at the plate. The windup and the pitch by Ryan. And that goes off Rodriguez's glove, and moving over to third on the wild pitch is Amos Otis, as Nolan Ryan is not having a stellar ball game here, folks. Collins once again digs in. The windup and the pitch to Al Collins. Oh my God, another wild pitch, and scoring from third is Amos Otis. That is all on Nolan Ryan. Walk, stolen base, wild pitch, 3-1 Kansas City. Rodriguez goes out to have a word with Ryan. He's all over the place in this game. Back behind the plate now. The windup and the pitch by Ryan. That's a 2-9 possible double. 9 with the card, and let's see what happens there. Rivers ranges over and makes the catch. Inning over, but a very sloppy inning by Nolan Ryan. It's now 3-1. Stepping to the plate for the California Angels, Lee Stanton. Stanton's 1 for 1. He has a double. Splittorff enjoys a 2-run lead right now. Gets the sign from Kirkpatrick. Here's the pitch to Stanton. That's a 3-6 possible single. I don't think it's going to be. Goes to center. Otis is there. And he can't get to it. So the single, the split was 1 through 19. So a leadoff single by Stanton. And we're going to send him 70% chance of stealing. Let's go. Come on, let's make it. Stanton can't get the jump. Goes down to 35%. We're not going to attempt it. So we just have not had success trying to steal. Rodriguez is at the plate.
Minutes and programs.
245. Then we have Alomar 245. It's Rodriguez hit and run. C. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play for a run here. Bunt. 81% chance of success. Rodriguez tries to put the bunt down, and he fouls it off. The count's now 1-2. Take the bunt off. Rodriguez to swing away. The windup and the pitch by Splittorff. That is a 5-8 ground ball. Second base is probably going to be a double play, and it is a double play. As it goes White, Patek, Mayberry. Now there's... No, they don't get it. Rodriguez beats it out. So they only get to force at second. Rodriguez, 65% chance of stealing second. Sandy Alomar, Sr. steps to the plate. 0 for 1. We're going to take that 65% chance. Let's see if we get a steal. Here's the attempt. Rodriguez watches Splittorff carefully, and he stretches out to his lead. The runner's unable to take. Oh my God, I never get the proper lead. Don't attempt it. Down to 25%. Here's Alomar. Hit and run B. Let's play some hit and run. And we're going to say yes. Here's the pitch. And that's going to get through! That's a single! The hit and run works to perfection. Runners on the corners, and Mickey Rivers steps to the plate with 1 out. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Mick the Quick. Rivers, 295 batting average, 5 home runs. Come on, Mickey. We need you here now, kid. 3 and 6. A lot of blue on that 3. Kirkpatrick sets the target. Here's the pitch by Splittorff. That is a 3-8, and that's going to be a single with an equal sign. So I think that the runners get an extra base, I think. Man on first can try for third. 70% chance. Oh, wow. That's a pretty good chance. I'm going to send the lead runner. And runners on the corner. Rivers has himself an RBI single. It's now 3-2. Dave Collins steps to the plate. Let's see what Collins is for hit and run. C. I just don't want to hit into a double play. I want Alomar can score on a ground ball. They're playing corners in. As long as Collins doesn't hit it to first or third. Well, you know what? First we're going to send Rivers, 75%. Steal second. And attempt to steal. And there he goes, Rivers! And he is out! No, he's safe! Kilpatrick throws the ball into the outfield. We have a tie ball game now on the error, and Rivers gets up and scampers to third. So, the Go-Go Angels tie up the game 3-3. Collins now has a chance to knock in the go-ahead run. Splittorff nods his head. Here's the pitch to Collins. That is a 4-10 ground ball to Brett. He has an excellent chance of making the play. 55% chance, but though 27% chance for an error. And nice play by Brett. He throws home and then nailed the runner. So this game stays tied now, 3-3. Great play by Brett as the runner was off on contact. So now there's 2 outs. Collins is at first, and Kearney Lansford comes to the plate. 3-3 ball game. Collins 75% chance of stealing. Let's see if we get one here. Breaking on the pitch. There goes Collins. A throw. Collins is in there safe. The throw was a bit wide. Kirkpatrick struggling with his throws down to second. Lansford can untie this game. He's 0 for 2. Lansford looking for 2-6 column. Splittorff toes the rubber, peers in at Kirkpatrick, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Kearney Lansford. That is a 6-8, 17 on the card. And he makes the play at second. Wow. Robbing Lansford of a hit and an RBI. We stay tied at 3. We go to the top of the 5th. And George Brett comes to the plate. Brett, 305 batting average, 21 home runs. Looking 2-3 column. Ryan has struggled mightily with his control today. The windup and the pitch to Brett. That's a 3-10. That's a ground ball to Jackson. He handles it. Takes it to the bag himself for out number 1. John Mayberry steps to the plate, looking 1-2 column. He's 2 for 2 with a double. Rodriguez sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. That is a 1-10. Oh boy, that could be a home run here. And going back on it, making the catch is Stanton. He went very far to the warning track, reach up for out number 2. Wow, he just missed the home run. 1 through 8 was a home run, 9 through 20. So 2 outs, base is empty. Designated hitter Hal McCray comes to plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. McCray's looking for the 1-2 column. Ryan's looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. He rocks and fires to McCray. That is a 4-7 ground ball to second base. Can Alomar handle it? He has a 55% chance of handling it. 20.1% chance of not. He already's made an error. Alomar grabs it. This time he is true with his throw. For out number 3, no error on Alomar this time. We go to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 3. Stepping to the plate, Alex Johnson. Johnson's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Splittorff, 88 pitches, good for 91. Kilpatrick sets the target. Here's the pitch to Alex Johnson. That is a 1-6. 8 for the card. Could be a possible double. And it's not. Collins makes a fine running catch going towards the line. He needed a card number of 1 for the double. So that's a really not big opportunity for a double there. Ron Jackson steps to plate 1 for 1 with a walk. Did Jackson have any home runs on there? 2 and 6. No? Well, 3 has a possibility of a home run. Here's the pitch to Jackson. 3-5, possible home run. 7, I don't think he's going to get that, though. And he makes the catch. So on that one, Otis was positioned well and has a shot at it. He's still running at the wall. He dives and he made the catch. So the home run, he needed a card of a 1 through 4, and he got a 7. Okay. So 2 outs, no one on. Dave Chalk steps to the plate. The shortstop's 0 for 2 today. Splittorff is above his average now for pitches. The windup and the pitch to Chalk. That is a 5-3 possible single or a line out. And that's a line out. Inning over. Top of the 6th, tied at 3. Tom Poquette, or is it Paquette? Paquette, I believe. Paquette. Tom Poquette, we'll say. Steps to the plate, left-hander batter. He's 0 for 2. Rodriguez sets the target. Here's the pitch by Ryan. 3-8. And that's going to be a double to center. Goes to left center field gap. Rivers cannot run it down. So Tom Poquette is in scoring position with a leadoff double. Eric Kirkpatrick steps to the plate. Royals catcher 0 for 2. My guess is they're going to bunt him over. C. Bunter. Ryan needs a strikeout here. Here comes the Express. 5-3, and he gets the big K. He blows that fastball right by him. He needed that. Needs another strikeout. Frank White steps to play 0 for 1 with a walk. White wants that 2-5 column. Ryan nods his head. Rodriguez sets the target. Here's the pitch to White. 6-10. Fly ball to center field. Rivers, it's a range play, I believe. Rivers has a 25% chance of making the play, 15% chance of allowing the hit, 8% chance of an error. Let's see what happens. Rivers charges, he dives for it, and he has it! So Mickey Rivers makes the diving catch. Patek bluffs but stays at second base. So Rivers robs White of a hit. So there's 2 outs now. And the little general, Freddie Patek, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Ryan nods his head. Here's the pitch to Patek. 3-8, possible double. 20. I think that's going to be an out. That's going to be a fly ball to Collins. He goes back on it. He makes the catch. Inning over. So Patek gave it a ride, but to no avail. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 3. Lee Stanton steps to the plate for the Angels, 2 for 2 with a double. Splittorff is still on the mound. 99 pitches. He's good for 91. Here's the pitch to Stanton. 2-5, ground ball, shortstop A. Patek's pretty good shortstop. He makes the play for out number 1 as he goes to Mayberry. So Rodriguez, the catcher, steps to the plate, 0 for 1 with a run scored. Looking for that 1-6 column. A lot of blue on that one. The windup and the pitch by Paul Splittorff. We got a 4-7 ground ball, second base. White should handle that. He has an 80% chance of making a great play. 7% chance of an error. White shows his tremendous range, gets to the ball, and throws to Mayberry for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and now Sandy Alomar Sr. 1 for 2 with a run scored. A bunter. Corners are in. Alright, let's see if we can slap this ball past the drawn-in corners. Kirkpatrick goes through the sign. Splittorff nods his head. Here's the windup and the pitch to Alomar. Possible double or a fly out. That's a 1. That's going to be a double. He's going to beat Amos Otis to the gap. get there. It rolls to the wall, and Alomar has his double. He's in scoring position with 2 outs. Top of the lineup, Mickey Rivers. Rivers 2 for 3 with an RBI. Left-handed batting, Mickey Rivers. Splittor still in the game. Rivers digs in. Here's the pitch to Mick the Quick. And they intentionally walked him. Is that what they did? Yes, they did. So they would rather face Dave Collins, who's 0 for 2. Probably a smart move there by the Royals. Let's see if Collins can make him pay. He wants that 3-6 column. Definitely wants that 3 column. Here's the pitch by Splittor. And there's a pitching change. Marty Patton comes into the game. And here's Marty Patton. 7 wins, 7 losses, 3.62 earned run average, and this is the card year that they used. Again, this was created by a fan of Strat-O-Matic, someone who plays Strat-O-Matic. 1 save. So that's Marty Patton. He's a right-handed thrower. And he'll face Dave Collins, 0 for 2. The windup and the pitch to Collins. That's a 5-6, and that is a walk. Bases are loaded. Good eye by Collins. Doesn't chase that inside pitch. No place to put Carney Lansford. He's 0 for 3. If you're an Angels fan, you're thinking he's due. Carney batted .276, 12 home runs. The windup and the pitch by Patton. 5-7, and that's a strikeout. Swing and a miss, inning over. So Patton comes up with a big strikeout. Angels threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the 7th, still tied at 3. My God, the Angels have 9 hits and only 3 runs, where the Royals have 3 hits and 3 runs. The stolen bases have killed the California Angels. Amos Otis comes to the plate 0 for 1 with 2 runs scored. We want to keep him off the base paths. Here comes the Express. That is a 4-7 ground ball to second base. Alomar, he's made an error already today, and he's also made a great play. Let's see what he does here. Bad bounce. Alomar stays with it. Throws to Jackson for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. Al Collins steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a run scored. Collins looking for that 2-5 column. Ryan gets a sign from Rodriguez. Here's the pitch to Collins. That is a 2-5, and that's a single to center. So a 1-out single for Al Collins, who's also a threat to steal. 90% chance of stealing second base. Jackson holding him on. Ryan's going to have to keep an eye on him. George Brett steps to the plate. Royals third baseman 0 for 2 with a walk. Odds are Collins is going to attempt to go. The windup and the pitch by Ryan. Collins few feet, but he's unable to get the lead. So between Ryan and Jackson, they're able to hold Collins at bay. Goes down to 55% attempt to steal. Here's the pitch to Brett. And that looks like that was a hit and run. Collins advances to second. They get Brett at first. So 2 outs. Collins in scoring position. Go ahead run. Brings up John Mayberry. 2 for 3 with a double. And on deck is Hal McRae. Mayberry's 2 for 3. McRae, though, 278 batting. We're gonna pitch to Mayberry. Ryan's got to come up big here. 2 outs. Go ahead, run at second. The windup and the pitch to John Mayberry. And Collins is taking off, trying to go to third. We have a 55% chance of getting there. Rodriguez makes the throw. Oh, he throws throws it into left field. Collins gets up and goes into home plate. The Royals take a 4-3 lead. My God, do the Angels continue to shoot themselves in the foot. Mayberry steps back in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. 4-3, ground ball to first. Jackson should be able to handle this, hopefully. 30% chance of making a play. Oh, and Jackson boots the ball right off his glove. Mayberry gets on base with an error. That's the third California error. 85% chance of stealing for Mayberry. You got to keep these Royals off the base paths. Al McRae 0 for 2 with a walk.
Peanuts, get your peanuts.
The windup and the pitch by Ryan. Mayberry moves away from the bag. Ryan looks the runner back, so now it goes down to 45% chance of stealing. Now he goes to the plate. That's a 3-11 ground ball, third base. Hey, let's see if Lansford makes the play. Inning over. The damage is done on the throwing error by Rodriguez, the catcher. Royals have a 4-3 lead. Stepping to the plate, Alex Johnson. Johnson's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Patton back out on the mound for the Royals. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Johnson. That is a 6-9 fly ball to right field B. Collins is there. And he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Ron Jackson steps to play. Jackson 1 for 2. He's also walked. Let's see, what's his bunting ability? CB. Chalk's on deck. And we're going to let Jackson swing away. 2-4 column. A lot of blue on the 2 column. Here's the pitch to Jackson. 2-8. Possible double 12. I don't know if he's going to get that. Let's see what's going to come up here. Patek is there. And he makes the catch. They needed the 1 for the double. So there's 2 outs, no one on. It's up to Dave Chalk to extend this inning. He's 0 for 3. Patton gets a sign from Kirkpatrick. Here's the pitch to Chalk. 3-5. That's a single to left field. Chalk represents a tying run at first base. 75% chance of stealing. We're going to send him. Go. And he's unable to get the jump. Drops down to a 30% chance. We're going to hold him now. B. Stanton's at the plate. 2 for 3 with a double. The windup and the pitch to Stanton. That is a 6-5. And that's ground ball to the shortstop C. And that's the end of the inning as that scored 6-3. We go to the top of the 8th. 4-3 Royals. Tom Paquette steps to the plate. 1 for 3 with a double. Ryan still on the mound.
Minutes and program.
123 pitches. He's good for 155. They want us to guard the lines. We'll guard the lines. We'll do that. We don't want to double here. Ryan's ready. The windup and the pitch to Tom Paquette. 3-6, and that's a single. Left center field. So Paquette says, guard the lines on me, will you? I'll just go to left center field. 80% chance of stealing. My God. Anyone gets on first for the Royals, it's like a double. Kirkpatrick comes to plate. The catcher's 0 for 3 for KC. Here's the pitch by Ryan. That is possible home run, and it's going to be. That's a 1. So that ball's going, and that's going to be out in right center. He crushes that Nolan Ryan offering, and the Royals have now jumped out to a 3-run lead, 6-3, as he just destroyed that fastball. And I think that's going to be it for Mr. Ryan. Ryan has been roughed up for 6 runs on 6 hits, And 7 innings of work. Gonna go to the bullpen. And who are we gonna go with here? Ken Tatum. Hassler. So Ken Tatum will come in. So the card they're using, the 69 card, 3 and 2, 2.93 earned run average, 9 saves. All right. No outs. Frank White at the plate, 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch by Tatum. That's a 6-5, and that's a walk. So the Angels' pitching woes continue as a team. 75% chance of stealing second. We know what he's going to do. Freddie Patek steps to the plate. Here's the windup and the pitch to Patek. But before that, White tries to get the jump. He can't. He'll stay put. Patek puts the bunt down, and moving over to second base on the sacrifice is White. Very good job by the little general. Top of the order, Amos Otis, 0 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Tatum gets the sign. Here's the delivery to Otis. That is a 2-6, and that's going to be a single to left field. I wonder if they're going to send White. And White scores. It's now 7-3. 1-out single by Amos Otis. RBI, 80% chance of stealing. He's going to be off and running. Here's the pitch. That is a 4-5, and that's going to be a strikeout. So Tatum comes back with a K. 2 outs in the inning now. Brett steps to the plate. Brett's 0 for 3 with a walk. Righty-lefty matchup. Brett digs in. Tatum's ready. Here's the pitch. Otis attempts the steal. He gets... and he's able to hold him. Okay. I got to get used to that. I wish something else would pop up. I want to change the way I have. I want the text to go to my right. And I want to get that setup that a lot of people have. I just don't know how to do it. So 2 outs. Otis at first. Here's the pitch to Brett. And that's a 4-8. Ground ball, C to Chalk. Let's see if he can make the play. He does. Inning over. But Kansas City breaks this game open. They score 3 in the top of the 8th and now lead by 4, 7-3 over the Angels. Rodriguez comes to the plate. The catcher's 0 for 2, and we're going to go to our bench.
Team yearbooks, minutes
And I
program.
think we're going to go with Jerry Remy. We need to get a base runner on. Jerry Remy will come in and pinch hit for Ellie Rodriguez. Remy, 275 hitter. His columns are 1 and 4. Righty-lefty matchup here for Patton. Here's the pitch to Remy. That's a 5, possible home run. He's not going to get a home run with a 14. That's going to be a fly out to deep right to Collins. Collins makes the catch in front of the wall. So Remy gave it a bid, but just a deep out. Now Sandy Alomar steps to plate 2 for 3 with a double. Patton gets this sign. He rocks and delivers. Alomar, that is a 3-11 line out to Patek at short. So two hard hit balls by the Angels with nothing to show except for 2 outs. Top of the order, Mickey Rivers 2 for 3 with an RBI. Make the quick. Here's the pitch to Rivers. That is a 1-8. That's a ground ball to Mayberry. He flips to Patton, covering, inning over. 1, 2, 3 go to the Angels, and we go to the top of the ninth, and we have to put a catcher in. So we need a catcher. I think who is the catcher? Is Egan the backup catcher? Egan, that's what I thought. The Hood's an outfielder. Spencer, first base. Bhakti, left field, first base. First base. Yeah, Egan. So Egan will go into catch.
Hot dog! Ballpark! Hot dog!
And I think we're going to keep Remy in at second. So Egan will go into catch. Click and drag. And Remy will stay in at second. Ah. Try that again. Egan to go catch. I got hit OK. Remy stays in at second. Click OK. Al Red Sox fan. There we go. And Tatum's still out on the mound. He'll face Mayberry 2 for 4 with a double. Here's the windup and the pitch to Mayberry. That is a 4-10. Fly ball, center field X. Let's see if Rivers can handle this. He should be able to. 25% chance of a great play. Rivers is drifting over. He's there. And he makes the catch. 1 out. Hal McRae comes to plate. 0 for 3 with a walk. Here's the pitch to McRae. That's a 4-6, and he goes down on strikes looking. 2 up, 2 down for Tom Poquette now. 2 for 4 with a double. Righty-lefty matchup. Tatum works quickly. That's a 3-2. That's going to be a pop-up to Lansford at third, inning over. That is the best pitched inning by the California Angels so far. Yeah, thanks, Beatles. I know I keep messing that up. I'm used to other games. You just have to click and drag, and then I forget to hit OK. So, all right, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Trailing by 4 runs are the Angels, and they're going to need divine intervention to win this game. Stepping to the plate, Dave Collins. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Patton's still on the mound. He's thrown 35 pitches. He's good for 62. Here's the pitch to Collins. That is a 4-7 possible single. It's going to be a single as they get the 1 for the card. As that ball drops in front of Otis. So a leadoff single for Collins. 90% chance of stealing. I'm going to send him even though I'm down 4 runs. My God, if we can't steal a base, 90% chance, we should just give up now. There goes Collins. We're saying yes. And he can't get the lead. So we're going to say no. Mayberry's holding Collins on. Carney Lansford's 0 for 4. He's due. Here's the pitch to Lansford. That is a 6-9. And that's a fly ball to right field. Al Collins should have it, and he does. For the first out of the inning. Kansas City's 2 outs away from the first victory of the season. First game of the season here in this special league of the all-decade team. Made by a fan of Strat-O-Matic. Kind of cool. It's a free download. Brings up Alex Johnson, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Patton rocks and fires. We have a 3-8, and that's going to be a line out to White. Nice play by Frank White. Good reaction. The Angels have hit the ball hard. They've had 11 hits, and even when they've made some outs, they've been hard-hit balls. So with 2 outs, runner at first, Ron Jackson steps to the plate, and it's going to be up to Mr. Jackson, 1 for 3 with a walk to extend this game. Collins is at first, 2 outs. Patton nods his head. Here's the pitch to Jackson. That is a 5-9, and he goes down on strikes. Ball game over. The Kansas City Royals, all 1970s decade team, 7. The California Angels, all-decade team of the 70s, 3. Nolan Ryan was all over the place. Hello, Ken Castro. And we shall end the game here. Actually, let's get the box score.
Peanuts, get your peanuts here.
quickly just go through the horrendous pitching numbers that Ryan had. He's 0 for 1. 7 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, walked 6, struck out 5. He was all, and he gave up a home run to Kirkpatrick, the catcher. Errors galore by the Angels. They're an awful team. He took the loss. Tatum came in, pitched the last 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 1, struck out 2. For the Royals, Paul Splittor, 5 2/3 innings, 9 hits. He gave up 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Patton came in, got the win. He pitched 3 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. The home run, I gotta get used to this box score. Kirkpatrick, the Royals catcher. For the Royals, Amos Otis, 2 for 3 with a hit and an RBI. And my God, I don't know how many bases the Royals stole, but it was a nightmare. They got on, they went. I mean, let's actually do that. Let me find the stolen bases. It was mind-numbing. Stolen bases, where is that? Amos Otis had 3 stolen bases. Al Collins, had 2. Mickey Rivers had 1, and Dave Collins had 1. So the Royals had 5 stolen bases by 2 players. It seemed like a lot more. 5 is a lot, though. So Otis had 2 hits and 3 at-bats, RBI. Collins, 1 hit and 3 at-bats, 2 runs scored. Collins 1 for 4, 2 runs scored. Brett no hits, 0 for 4. Mayberry 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. McCray 0 for 4. Tom Poquette 2 for 5 with a run scored. Kirkpatrick 1 for 5, a run scored and 2 knocked in on the home run. Frank White 0 for 2 with a run scored, and Freddie Patek 0 for 3. In total, the Royals 34 at-bats, 7 runs, 7 hits, and 5 RBIs. For the Angels, Mickey Rivers 2 for 4, runs scored with an RBI. Dave Collins 1 for 3. Lansford 0 for 5. Johnson, the DH, 2 for 5 with an RBI. Jackson, the first baseman, 1 for 4. Chalk, the shortstop, 1 for 4. Stanton, the right fielder, 2 for 4. Rodriguez, the catcher, 0 for 2 with a run scored. Remy, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. He fly deep to right field. Collins made a nice catch. Sandy Alomar Sr., the second baseman, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Egan came in to catch Dinkin at bat. For the Angels, all-decade team of the 70s, 36 at-bats, 3 runs, 11 hits, 2 RBIs. And that's the ball game, folks. It was ugly. I wish it was better, but it wasn't. Sal, Red Sox fan, saying thank you very much to everyone who joined me in the chat. Beatles Eternally, Ken Castro, Elin, Bob Franklin. That's the first time I've seen Bob. Hope all is well. Thank you for joining me. I didn't go to the chat too much because I'm getting used to Strat-O-Matic. With my other games, I'm very used to them, so I go back and forth. They were talking a little baseball there. Tribes fan, thank you. Greg Gorecki. And I think that's it. Brian Cleveland stepped in for a bit. Appreciate it. And BB4 Gaming. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for taking some time out to spend it with me. I'll be back with another game, probably a little digital diamond baseball. If you like, hit the like button. If you want, share. Spread the word. Let's grow the community. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, go ahead. But most of all, come back and chat with the wonderful people in the chat room. Health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye, and God bless.